Hi, welcome to Living Life Like Jordan. My name is Jordan and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a story time, and I'm basically going to be telling you a story about how this girl is literally the worst friend I've ever had. Like, you'll see, it's crazy.
Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna start off by telling you let's do the backstory. Let's start in 2013, my junior year. So I was a junior, and my best friend, he was a sophomore. I'm pretty sure he was a sophomore. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a sophomore. Yeah, he was a sophomore. So he was a sophomore and I was a junior, and we're gonna name him Josh. So Josh, he was talking to this girl, and he was talking to this girl, and basically that he was dating her, and I didn't care, but she was doing all this crazy stuff, was cheating, all this extraness. I didn't really like her at that time, but we eventually became friends, but then went back to not liking her, but that's another story. So Josh, he was dating this girl, and they were having problems or whatever, and this girl that is the main of the story, the main character of the story, let's call her Precious, okay? Let's call her Precious. And she was in my classes with me. No, not at that time. Rewind. Junior year, I did not like her. She was stalking my best friend. She was stalking Josh. She would blow his phone up for no reason. He's my best friend, so I'm protective over my friends, my family, the people I love, people I care for, stuff like that. And he had a girlfriend, so why are you in his phone? And he's telling you that he's not interested in you at all. He's saying all this ignorant stuff to you. You're still not leaving him alone. So you kept making all these stories up about him, saying that y'all was chilling and he was doing this and doing that with you, and it wasn't true at all. It's not oh, he was lying to me. No, I had facts. He was either with me or talking to me, on the phone with me, texting me, something, or he would be with his girlfriend. How is he with you when he's with her or me? How is he with you when he's on the phone with me or on the phone with her? Stop lying. So basically, I just did not like her. It was crazy. I did not like her. I kept confronting her. She would not leave him alone. So after a while, she had came up to me and was like, I'm sorry that this happened, this and that. And she backed off of him. Good. Finally, you can leave him the fuck alone. I wish she would have stayed messing with him, because all she did was ruin my fucking life. Not even in a bad way. She was good. She was a good friend to a certain extent. She would be there for you, have your back. But half the time, she was the one starting the drama. Half the time, she was the one lying. Half the time, she was making up shit. It was crazy. Fast forward, she says sorry, da 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 da. We cool. We not beefing or nothing. So senior year comes, and she's basically trying to be close to me, be my friend or whatever. And we had a math class together. Yeah, we had a math class together. So at this time, basically, I was just like, my junior year, my female best friend in junior year, she just graduated my junior year. So I basically like really didn't have like a girl bestie. Like I had my birthday bestie. She was my best friend and we had the same birthday. But we was close, but we wasn't like I needed that, like, girl, we need to go to the mall, go chill. She already had that type of bestie. So I wasn't going to take her from her bestie. She was just my birthday bestie. She was my twin. And when she sees this, she knows who I'm talking about. So she was just my twin. Like, she was my twin. Like, that was my baby. So when when Precious kept, like, talking to me or whatever, I gave her like some chances, like, okay, we could be cool, da 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 da. So we ended up being basically best friends my senior year, the end of 2013, the beginning of 2014. So when we first started being friends, like, there was always rumors that she kept telling people that she had a kid, like she had a son. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, you have a son, da 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 da. She's showing me 1 or 2 pics of this child. There's a picture of her. There's one pic of her with a baby. Then there's a pic of just the child, and the child at the time was supposedly supposed to be like 5. So she's like, oh, this is my son. Let's name him Jalen. His name was Jalen. And she's like, this is my son Jalen. He's 5. Da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, he's so cute. He was the cutest little thing ever. Like, oh, that's your son? I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, like, how you make a cute baby? I know I'm ignorant, but I was just confused on like, oh, damn, like, so I'll be like, oh, okay, is like the dad involved? Is like he around? Where is he at? Where's your son? Da 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 da. Oh, one, I never seen a pic of her baby dad. I can't say that that's like a red flag, because she might have just wanted to like, no, like, why do you need to know what my baby dad looked like? Like, so I guess I can understand that. But every time I would ask them, like, oh, what he looked like? Oh, I don't got no pictures of him. One, why do you not have no pictures of your baby dad? Like, even if y'all beefing, like, you at least got one, or a social media or something. Like, how do you not have pictures of your baby dad? And then for the fact that you only got like 2 pictures of your son and 1 pic of you and your son when he was little. Like, there's no pics of you in the hospital, no pics of you pregnant. Like, she was big, so you probably couldn't tell that she was pregnant. But either way, like, 2 pics of your son, years apart. Like, I'm confused. So that went on, like, she literally said that. And then apparently that was her, like, rumor for 5 years. Like, since middle school, she was saying she had a son. So I'm like, well, it might be true. She might not be one of those parents that show off her kids. Because I know when I get pregnant, I'm showing everybody. I'm telling the world. Everyone's going to know that I'm pregnant, having my baby. My baby's going to be cute as shit. Even if my baby ugly, my baby going to be cute. To me, like, I'm posting my baby. I'm on her social media, nothing about a child, nothing about being a mother, nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm suspect, but I'm like, who lies about having a kid for this long? Like, and I also knew another girl in high school that had kids, got pregnant when she was in middle school. So it's not like it's rare. Like, it happens. So I'm like, okay, you might have just been doing that at that age. Okay, cool, whatever. I ain't coming at you. Like, everybody does stuff. Like, I ain't mad at you. Like, okay, you got a son, you got a son. Like, it could have happened to anybody. So I was just like, okay. So she had invited me to church one time. So church is on Sundays. That's a weekend. If you're a mother, you should have your son, correct? Most of the time. So we get to the church. She done picked me up. Her mama came and got me and everything. I see no baby. I see no car seat. I see nothing. In the mama's car. Nothing. They not even bringing up the baby name. So we get there. And a whole bunch of kids start coming in. Like, everybody's coming in. I don't see her son. I don't see anything. So I'm like, okay. So I ask her and I'm like, where's Jalen? He's with his dad. Oh, okay. So rewind. Before she invited me to church, literally, she was like my best friend. So, you know, besties, y'all talk on the phone every night, every day, all day. Y'all talk about just random shit. About your life, everything. Texting, calling. I used to be on the phone with her literally probably every day. Never heard a baby. Never heard a kid. Never heard the name Jalen. Never nothing. Where's your son, bro? Where's your son? Every time I would ask, oh, he's with his dad. Bitch, he been with his dad for like a month, 2 months now. Like, where's the baby? Like, the fuck? So I'm like, she's fucking lying. Like, yo, she gotta be lying. So when we was at the church and I stood and see what she talking about, he had his dad's. What? But the thing is, I never said this. I never asked her in front of her parents. And the crazy thing is, her mom was married to the pastor. So she was the pastor's daughter. Stepdaughter, basically. So, one, you're the pastor's stepdaughter and you had a child. Damn, like, when they say pastor's kids are freaks, I guess they pastor kids are freaks. Like, you said you, and I know a lot of stories about her. So I'm like, damn, like, for you to be a pastor kid, what they say must be really true. Like, you wasn't on some normal type freaky kid. No, you was doing some crazy shit. Like, whoa. So I was like, oh, okay, da da da. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, that's funny. Like, you're the pastor's kid and you have a kid and you're freaky. Like, that's so, like, hilarious because everyone says that about pastor's kids. So don't see him. Then this little boy walks in. Swore on everything. This little boy walks in, and he walks in with this guy, and she runs up to the little boy. She's like, hey, da, da, da. She's hugging him. He's like 5, and she's like, hey, da, da, da. And then I walk up, and I'm looking at this little boy like, oh, he's adorable, da, da, da. What's his name? Oh, his name's Jalen. What? I said, oh, okay. Oh, this is his dad, da, 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 da. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this is my sister-in-law's, well, stepsister's son. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't say shit. I was like, what? This little boy looked exactly like, got the same exact name, same age, everything, as the son you're saying you have. I'm like, girl, did you really think that you was going to like be able to continue this fucking lie? Knowing that I'm seeing this little boy. The moment I asked you, where's your son? You should have been like, girl, I've been lying to these people. Nope. Not at all. So, I got so many fucking stories about her. Like, yo, like, yeah, I'm just going to have to do this one story and then have to do another story about her. And there's going to be like 10 stories about this chick. Because I was going to do all of them in one, but it's already about to be a long video. Like, I see it now. Like, because I'm not even done yet. So, I had hit up a friend of mine that knew her as close as I knew her. Let's call her Lily. So I text Lily and I'm like, yo, there's a little kid here that looked just like Precious's son. Same name, same age, everything. She said, did you ask her? Hell no, I didn't ask her. No, I want her to think that she could continue to lie. Because I want to be like, haha, I got you, bitch. Like, I caught you in your fucking lie. So, she was like, wow, that's crazy. The next day we went to school. I looked up the pictures. Because I think she had one on her Instagram of the little boy. And it didn't say son, it just said his name as the caption. So I went to it and I walked up to Lily and I was like, Lily, look at this. I said, isn't this her son? She was like, yeah. That's the little boy I saw yesterday. She was like, what? I was like, that's the little boy I saw yesterday at church. That is her stepsister's son. She said, wow. I was like, yeah, isn't that crazy? So, fast forward. The whole school year, she just continued to, I'm not going to say all the stories because there's so much that happened in that senior year. But with this story, there was so much that happened that she continued to lie about it. I even, like, I was with this girl every Sunday, every day, every week, all day, every day. The only times I wasn't with her or talking to her is when I was asleep. Never did she have her son, talk about her son, unless I brought him up. I'm seeing this little boy, Jalen, every Sunday. All day. Because sometimes they would have double service and want to be there for both services. So I was literally there all day with this little boy. Met his mama, everything. Met his daddy, everything. I didn't want to, because I knew she was lying, so I definitely wasn't going to, like, ask her about it in front of her family. Because I didn't know how they were going to react. But, I was cool with the dad. I was cool with the mom. But the mom was always, like, leaving early to go to work. She would, like, come in for a service and be like, all right, I got to go to work. And dip. So, I would, like, have conversations, like, with the dad. Like, oh, da-da-da-da. And they were, I don't think they were married. Him and the mom of the little boy. I don't think they were married. But I think they were, like, engaged. They've been together for a minute. So, I would talk to him like, oh, da, 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 da. And it would be casual. Like, it was nothing, like, weird. So, he knew who I was. Fast forward. One day at church, his niece comes in. His niece went to our school. I knew his niece. I've known his niece since freshman year. So when she see me, she was like, oh, hey, what's up? So let's call her can't call her that. Let's call her Alexis. So I'm like, hey, Alexis, da, da, da. She's like, hey, what's up, da, 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 da. Because she, like, went to school, left. I swear she was, like, there every other day. Like, it was weird. But I knew who she was. So I was like, oh, that's Shanice. She was like, yeah, like, that's my niece. I'm like, oh, wow, I went to school with her. And then at this time, I haven't seen her in a minute. But when I seen her, I'm like, oh, shit, like, I know you. Like, and she's like, oh, snap, hey. So, like, we didn't have beef. Like, in high school, like, everyone has, like, their outs, ins and outs. Like, oh, we was cool one moment, then we wasn't. Then, like, we was associates. Like, we wasn't, like, best friends. Like, oh, yeah, hey, girl. Like, no, but we was cool. Like, we was cool enough to talk. So apparently she had, like, kids and stuff like that since the last time I seen her. So, and at that time, I think she was pregnant. And I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, you're pregnant? She was like, yeah, this is my second kid. Da, da, da. Oh, shit. Like, where you been? Like, I haven't seen you in a minute. Come back, kids in the bed. And she's like, yeah, da, da, da. So, we're talking. Remember, Alexis is the niece of the dad of the little boy, Julian. So, I mean, Jalen. So, fast forward to the end, towards the end of senior year. At this time, I was not talking to her at all. I'm not going to tell you why, but that's another story. Told you there's going to be multiple. So, at the end of senior year, I was at the mall, and I forget who I was with, but I was with somebody, and I seen Alexis, and I was like, oh, hey, da, da, da. She was like, hey, and she was like, I think I don't remember how it came up. I don't know if I said something to her, or she said something, like, asked me about Precious, but I just remember, I was like, yo, like, I gotta tell you something. She was like, what? And I'm like, and I tell her, like, Precious is telling everyone that Jalen, the baby is hers. She's been doing it since he was born. She said, what? I said, yeah. She was like, called up her uncle and was like, talk to him. I was like, hello? She was like, hello? I mean, he was like, hello? I was like, hey, like, it's Jordan. Do you remember me? Like, I'm Precious's friend from church. He was like, oh, hey, yeah, like, how you been? I'm like, I'm good, He was like, what's going on? And I told him, like, she's been telling people, showing people pictures of your son, saying that's her son for the past 5 years since he was born. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. They got mad, like, so mad at her. Apparently, I found out later that, like, they had, like, a whole, like, intervention for her, kicked her out of the house, and, like, disowned her. Because, like, I guess she, like, did a whole bunch of other shit before that, and that was just, like, the topping. Like, the icing on the cake. I was like, oh, shit. And at that time, I think it was, like, after graduation. So I was out of high school, and I wasn't talking to her. So it was just like, oh, shit. My bad. I think I, like, ruined your life, but you ruined mine. So, yeah. But this is part 1 to the worst best friend ever. And that's just one story. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe,